Well, you've brought some very sparkly things for us this morning, but unfortunately, when it comes to the global economy, it's in the middle of a slump. Not a lot of buyers, I guess.
Well, you know, we're reasonably optimistic. Obviously, luxury goods like diamonds are impacted by the overall economic environment, and the slowdown in the economy in China has obviously impacted the level of growth. But, you know, to be honest, after a record year in 2014, with all the major markets showing growth, you know, we're still achieving the same sort of sales we did in the first half so far of 2015. So, big season yet to come, you know, Diwali, Christmas, Chinese New Year, all in the next 4 or 5 months, so a lot to play for.
And you've noted all those culturally important holidays where people really are around the world, from the United States to India and China and the rest. But how is India and Asia and China perhaps faring in this global economy when it comes to sales for
India and China have been real motors of growth. You know, America is the largest market, accounts for nearly half of all diamond sales. But over the last decade, India and China have been growing double-digit and really been driving growth. And while, you know, again, not immune from economic slowdown, if you take the longer-term picture, there's no doubt that there's still substantial opportunity. In China, we've seen really strong growth from the Tier 3 and Tier 4 markets as the diamond retailers push out across China. And really interestingly, in the report we've just published, we've seen really strong growth from the 18 to 29-year-old Chinese women receiving diamonds for important milestones, birthdays, obviously the wedding is key, anniversaries among young marrieds. So that idea of the diamond as the gift of love really beginning to penetrate with the young Chinese.
How are online sales changing the face of the industry? I mean, you have some very beautiful pieces right now that I can physically take a look at. Are you generating this kind of excitement when you're doing sales online?
Yeah, you know, online is an important marketing tool. But to be honest, particularly in China and India, it's more a marketing tool than a sales tool. So people use online to learn a lot about a product that maybe they don't know much about. It's a great way to tell stories about brands. It's a great way to learn a little bit about the quality of diamonds before you go into store.
And your brand is Forevermark. Brands are increasingly important. Why?
You know, brands are crucial. If you look at China, where probably in the first half of the year, the growth for the overall market, maybe 3 or 4%, but the Forevermark plus 60% in the first half of the year. And I think why is that? Because I think the Chinese consumer appreciates that brands look after the quality of the product. And what they really want is a top quality diamond. And a brand is a way to be confident and assured that's what they're getting.
Where are diamond prices going this year? I mean, there's already a 15% slump this year compared to last.
You know, there's a bit of volatility we've seen in the rough diamond pricing because of the very strong market we had in 2014, a little bit of volatility this year. But I think if you look at the retail pricing, it is pretty consistent through diamond jewelry terms. And, of course, the key will be what happens at Christmas and Chinese New Year.
Now, this is a very disciplined market as well. You don't have the OPEC situation as you do in gas. In terms of supply, are you going to start crimping back on supply to control the level of prices of rough diamonds?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really seek to control it in that way. But what we do is respond to the demand for new rough diamonds by our clients. And there's no doubt that after the very strong sales last year and the slowdown in the Chinese economy, that our clients have inventories that they need to work down through this season. So we've been selling lower quantities of diamonds into our clients. And of course, if you look at the long term, it's all about supply-demand, and with demand in China and places like India adding to the American market, and with supply for diamonds pretty constrained in the long term, I think the picture looks pretty good long-term for pricing.
Long-term sparkly, short-term not so sparkly, looking a little dull at least, so to be patient. Also, what's in the pipeline for you in terms of greenfield and brownfield projects?
You know, it's one of the challenges of the diamond industry is there's not a lot of new supply around, and a lot of the, you know, the big mines have been going for 20, 30, 40 years. Fortunately, De Beers does have a new project going to come on stream toward the end of next year. In Canada, deep into the Arctic, not easy to get to, minus 40 degrees in the winter, but you know, we go to whatever lengths We have to find new diamonds.
Well, let me
for
give
the
you
world's
some advice.
consumers.
Sorel snow boots. They're wonderful in minus 40
Yeah,
degree
and
weather.
very
I can
warm,
attest to that.
very warm jackets.
And very warm down jackets. But let's finish this off with this beautiful diamond that you've brought here. And what are you showing us? Because there's a lot of products out there. Why should we pay premium for a brand?
Do you know what we've learned is that the fundamental thing in the diamond industry for a consumer is confidence. They want to be confident that they have one of the most beautiful diamonds in the world, and that's not easy. It takes a lot of expertise. And they want to be confident that their diamond on its journey from the mine to their finger has made a positive contribution to all the community. So you can see here a Forevermark diamond. It has the invisible inscription of the icon. You can only see it on this reader,
right
invisible
here
to the eye.
Yeah.
But what it says to the consumer is, this is one of the world's most beautiful diamonds, the top 1%, and you can be proud of the contribution.
Where do you even fit all those numbers on that diamond? I don't even want to.
Well, you know, it's 1/500th the width of a human hair, so it's pretty small.